Right. Dr. Gayatri, please continue.
Thank you so much. So basically, my point of contact at the Rajwa community is Manisha. That's why she's very important to me, because she has been single-handedly trying to safeguard her community's art forms and traditions through research and practice. And she has been collecting artifacts and creating a sort of a museum on her own. So that because what she says is that the Pitora art went through an extensive form of it's an extensive form of painting. So and there are many do's and don'ts when it comes to pictorial art. These are generally painted on walls. They have been patrons. They're basically patrons, or the richer community of the Rathwas, who hire a sort of a priest, who makes these pictorials, and they're made during their family functions. Like it can be a mundan, it can be a purchase of house, it can be a marriage. So something which is very important for the family is when the pitora art is created. And then there are a lot of do's and don'ts, like you cannot be wearing your slippers, you cannot be making non-veg, you cannot be having alcohol. So a lot of do's and don'ts which goes along with the pitora which is there on the wall, which is now, because most tribes or most Rathwas are becoming very modernized, and they have their faces through builders and proper architectural design works. So their females or their women are not agreeing for the pitora art on the wall. One, because it's very time consuming, you have to break your wall, and slowly what is happening is that the Rajwa community's pitora art, which is very close to the Bhil community, is dying. And they are these amazing, jewelry items. There are amazing, smithsmans that are there. They are also slowly moving to cities, and their sort of art forms are also closing in. So for me, people like Manisha are very important, because they are the sole, people who are trying to safeguard their community. So this is just an example of the pitora art. So you can see there's, I mean, it's a little blurred image. I don't know, it didn't seem so blurred when I put it on the, slideshow, but now it's looking blurred. But it's very close to the Bhil art, And this is another, there are these local tattoos which are created by these, made for each other. This is another of those traditional method tattoos. So that's more or less. Thank you so much. And if there are any questions, you can always ask me.
Well, thank you very much,
Thank you,
Dr.
Meena, thank you,
Gayatri.
Javed sir, and thank you, Gala sir.
Thank you so much for understanding, with all these technical issues. Thank you very much. Dr. Amreshwar, would you like to say anything to Dr. Gayatri? Anything about the presentation?
What can I say? Dr. Tandon is, Dr. Mathur is doing, pioneering work, because, as an Australian, I say that, sort of what Dr. Mathur is doing is very important. We are still a long way to go in India in addressing, contemporary indigenous art, but at least the recognition is there because of projects like this. So I just want to congratulate Dr. Mathur for her excellent work, and she's inspirational. There's nothing to stop her. So keep going.
All right. Thank you very much.
Professor Gala. When I saw your name on the list, I was like, oh my God, because a lot of times when you do research in these things, you're an outsider. So you might not be 100% right. It's something which I am reading from their work, or I'm understanding. So I am also an outsider to them. So you cannot be 100% right when you're working with a community which is other than you. So, and with you, I know you are very sure about your facts and figures. So I was like, if somebody can catch my mistakes, that's Professor Gala.